What's going on, guys? This is Raymond Iron by McKinney. Today, I want to talk about just me here walking in a mall. Just in here walking in a mall, just kind of contemplating, just kind of give myself time to think, and just to really, like when you do things such as walking, like in a mall, you're in an altered state. And when you're in an altered state, that's the time to imagine things up. Probably some of the best times to imagine things up. Because, why not? If you're doing things I'm doing repetitive, such as walking in a mall, it's about moving through states of consciousness. We're always moving through states of consciousness, and when we're aware of moving through states of consciousness, when we notice the subtle signs by paying attention to how people around us behave and how just the energy exchange happens. When you contemplate on the thought of just being in a relationship, you'll notice more people in relationships. When you contemplate upon money or abundance, you're going to notice more abundance flowing. So, yeah, just it's about getting that flow state, to really take advantage of your mind and to really put yourself in a controlled state of consciousness. You're moving through states of consciousness. And when you contemplate upon a desired state of consciousness, you're going to start noticing the very subtle cues being mirrored back to you. Because here's the thing, our desire is already here. We just haven't tapped in. It's just when it's not tapped into, that's why you can't see it. When it's tapped into subconsciously, your subconscious will find the quickest way to reveal itself to you. And I think that's really cool. I just like to think of manifestation as almost like a camera, kind of like a camera where when you tap into something and then that film is projected outward and that's revealed back to the filters or our physical senses. Because like the music I'm hearing back here, it sounds like music's coming out from outside myself, but really it's all within, guys. It's all within. All music is coming through us collectively, coming through us as being revealed back to us objectively. So, yes, that sounds very trippy, but really, just think of it as all magic, guys. You don't need to explain all the details of like when it comes to manifesting. You don't have to be all analytical or anything like that. It's about noticing the subtle sign, the subtle experiences in your life. When you start to notice the subtle experiences by tapping within yourself intuitively, you are going to notice those things, and you're going to notice that things just happen synchronistically. To be in tune within yourself. When you're in tune within yourself, most of the time, things start to happen harmoniously. And you're not going against anyone's free will. You're not doing any of that. You're never going against anyone's free will. This is all on you guys. Everything outside of you, everything outside of yourself, are fragmented aspects of yourself, mirrored back to you. So, yeah, there's no controlling anyone outside of you. You're just tapping into a state within yourself, and the experiences outside of yourself are revealed back to you. Or such as going to another country, for example, you have to orient yourself. You're actually within yourself. You're being oriented to go to that place or that country or state through time and space. Because when you inwardly orient yourself, to redirect yourself, things start to happen synchronistically. That's when miracles happen. So it's all about having empowering conversations with yourself, having intuitive, empowering conversations with yourself, and changing the self-narrative, change your perspective of life, and the circumstances around you relatively reflects your inner perspective. And you're not going against anyone's free will. It's changing perspective, guys. You can't change anything outside of you. You're just experiencing states of your own consciousness. That's all you're doing. So, I hope this video helps, and just to realize that you don't need to feel like you have to control anything outside yourself. You just have to, it's just, what do you want to experience? You're tapping into a state, literally, embodying the state. You tap into a state with you picture a state, and then you either psychologically move into that state as if you're already in it, or that you're maybe feeling that person, that lover's hand, feeling that person's hand real, or just to hear that you're in that scene. Listen to that person as though you're in that scene, as if your desire is coming to pass. They're all states of consciousness, guys. They're all states of consciousness that you tap into, moment by moment. And there's no external time or space in control of you. You give life to everything outside of yourself. You give life to all states of consciousness. And it's very simple once it's really understood. When you change the way you perceive life, when you change the way you perceive yourself in relation to a desire of yours, that desire is going to reveal itself inevitably, some way, somehow, even if the circumstances just seem impossible. Or like if it's like old, like moving from one state of consciousness to the next. If things seem to be, old things like moving from one state of consciousness to the next drastically, things can be seemingly chaotic in the moment, but really it's just the unveiling of old obsolete beliefs, subconscious beliefs coming to the surface and dissolving. They no longer exist in your new state of consciousness. They exist, but just out of view. So change the way you view yourself in relation to the world and the circumstances around you, the circumstances relative to you, mirror back accordingly. So I hope this video helps, and I bless you all, and happy manifesting.